Layer 1 cryptos are typically the highest performing assets in the crypto space. Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, and countless others have the highest market caps and have produced the highest returns for investors over the last few years. And recently, I've been trying to find the next big Layer 1 cryptos for this up-and-coming bull market. I've looked in the artificial intelligence sector, I've looked in the metaverse sector, I've looked at just direct competitors to the likes of like Solana and Cardano, and I've been trying to come across some new L1 investments. Recently, I came across a token. They don't have a token that is live just yet, but it's called Somnia, and it ultimately brands itself. I found it on Twitter. It brands itself as the metaverse computer. It says it's an L1 blockchain and a set of omnichain protocols that connects metaverses, enabling a new, open, and unified virtual society. The thing I like about this project is that it addresses some of the biggest problems we have seen with metaverses in the past, and that is with traditional metaverses. One of the biggest problems is that they are have a lot of limitations and inefficiencies. They are economically inefficient in their approach. So normally developing a successful metaverse requires a balance between innovation and feasibility, like economic feasibility. Normally it is very expensive to do this, an extremely high cost to build out these games and these metaverses, and takes a very long time for there to be substantial usage of the actual platform, if it ever even happens. We also see that the economic reality of composability. So creating a successful metaverse is extremely expensive and complicated by unpredictable markets. So there's a lot of risk in itself, but then when you add market volatility on top of it, it makes it even harder. Normally, central platforms are typically in control. So when it's conceivable to address these challenges through a centralized solution, such an approach often leads to misaligned incentives and unfavorable structure for a system intended to create value for its participants. Basically, what they're saying is that normally when metaverses are created, they often are centralized, often don't create value for the actual users, investors, and people who are, the community members. And lastly is going to be really with this limitations of Web3. So while blockchain and Web3 infrastructure provide decentralization, shared state and rule-based systems, they fall short in practice of metaverse applications by having inadequate infrastructure, lack of a protocol to define things, and connecting virtual worlds to an on-chain system is challenging. So with Somnia, there's a few main things that stand out for this project in particular in terms of its key features, its benefits, and ultimately I think Somnia is designed to support metaverses with millions of users and accumulate $100 billion in isolated TVLs through what they're doing with their ecosystem. Because if we look on their website, we can see that Somnia is not only an L1 blockchain, but also a set of omnichain protocols that connects the metaverse. And this is their ecosystem where they have the Somnia blockchain, Somnia protocol, metaverse maps, and metaverse browser. So you can see that they talk about this in their website, but also go into deeper detail on their white paper, which we'll go over in a minute. So with the blockchain for the metaverse, they say computing everything in the metaverse needs a blockchain that goes beyond finance to enable millions of people to transact and move the logic of all metaverse items on chain. We need a faster, cost-optimized chain for the metaverse. And with this, they're building out their very own blockchain that's going to be highly scalable, where it can process hundreds of thousands of transactions every single second. They say metaverse experiences have tens of thousands of users buying and selling objects all at once, and it needs to be able to support that. Predictable low fees. Gas fees are normally confusing. They sometimes have sudden prices, and not with their blockchain. And also EVM based. The EVM ecosystem has a wide range of tools for creators to easily build economic primitives, and the Somnia chain is fully EVM compatible to build on the current Web3 ecosystem. So if we look at also what they talk about in their white paper, if you look at what's going on with the Somnia blockchain, they say how it addresses a number of key challenges and has a number of key features that stand out from other L1 blockchains. But ultimately, it's pioneering L1 blockchain designed to support high throughput use cases such as gaming and events where rapid localized interactions are common. This is something that is really cool in my opinion because L1 blockchains need this, and with Somnia building out their own L1 blockchain that has, focus on gaming and metaverses, they're going to take into account these hundreds of thousands, if not millions of transactions taking place throughout the day every single day. That's how they're building it in the first place. In addition to the Somnia blockchain, they also talk about Somnia protocol, which is a protocol to define all the people, places, and things across the network and logic of them. This will enable interoperability and compatibility across the metaverse. If we scroll down a little bit, it says, look, metaverse protocol says that empowers creators to define every element within the metaverse, and ultimately this is something that is very important for long-term building out the entire protocol. So you can see it talks all about this on their website, and also continues to go into deeper detail on their white paper. Next thing is going to be with their actual Somnia ecosystem. So it says Somnia ecosystem, a collection of applications, services, standards, and experiences built on top of the protocol and blockchain. If we click on this, it shows you how it actually is going to work. And if we go ahead and look at this, we also can see how it says Experience Browser. How? Experience Browser, you can browse different events and navigate through and discover unique experiences within the metaverses across the Somnia network. You can just easily access that all from one place. They also talk about the playground, which is where ultimately content creators can go about quickly, easily spin up web-hosted metaverse experiences in a sandbox environment. It makes it very simple, easy, and intuitive, much easier than other applications out there. And then last thing, if we look at the overview, it also talks about the metaverse browser. So it says a web-based front end to interact with all experiences on the Somnia network and applications. So this is going to be their direct experience where you're going to be able to easily engage with the metaverse with complex tasks. You can see all the different games. You can see all the different aspects to their metaverse, and ultimately the metaverse browser serves as a gamified gateway to the entire Somnia ecosystem and chain. Very user-friendly, variety of different content, decentralized metaverse applications, and ultimately has that immersive experience. So you can see that right here, this is going to be a game changer, because not only are they building a blockchain, not only are they building these protocols in place, not only do they have this ecosystem, but also they have this front-end experience for users that is simple and intuitive as well. Last two things with this project is that when we're looking at the project, the omnichain protocol for the metaverse, there's a few things that really stand out. So unlike existing blockchains right now that are slow, expensive, they're usually optimized for financial applications, Somnia really is designed to handle millions of transactions quickly and affordably because it's built specifically for metaverse and gaming. That's an approach that is completely unique to it. So while other chains may be fast and they can support transactions, Somnia has a goal of being, able to support actual millions of assets that can function fast on the blockchain with a ton of transactions. So this is something that is completely unique and pretty exciting. Last few things I want to go over is going to be with some of their major partners, because if you look at the website and you scroll down, you can see all about their different partners. And you can see how they have partners with, for example, like Improbable. Improbable has raised in the past $150 million to ultimately build out metaverse technologies and continue to grow this part of the crypto sector. This round was raised and led by Andreessen Horowitz, which is one of the biggest names in the crypto space. And having that type of partner for Somnia is something that I personally am really excited about. So Somnia recently has just launched. That was back on April 3rd. You can go ahead, check out all the different details on their website, follow them on Twitter. But this is a project that doesn't have a token just yet, but I am very, very excited for what is to come for their L1 blockchain and their entire metaverse.